Is there a high-end conspiracy? Woo-hoo, don't you just love the idea of a conspiracy? Yeah, I like it. George in Chicago writes us and he says, "Hey Paul, thanks for the post on high-end fatigue. It comes near to solving a terrible problem in my own system. Oddly, when I ask my dealer here in Chicago about top-end fatigue, which I'm assuming George is suffering from, they tell me they've never heard of it. Now, I don't believe in conspiracies, but maybe this is all a ploy so customers facing it will keep buying new equipment to solve it. I certainly did. Know of any speakers that would end the problem completely? Much obliged, George." Wow, a high-end conspiracy. Well, first off, yeah, without question, there is a conspiracy by dealers, by us, by any number of people trying to sell you high-end audio equipment, George. We, we'd all like to sell you something. But I don't know. Well, first off, I don't know your dealer, and I don't know what they're up to. All kidding aside, I rather doubt there's a conspiracy. I've seen it happen. I mean, I have been and watched with horror somebody at a dealership lead a person towards something more expensive in the hopes of solving a genuine problem, which I'm standing there going, oh no, that won't work. That's not the right way to do it. This guy's got a problem that he needs solved at the core of the problem, not by selling him some other fancy piece of crap or of stuff, something. So no, I've seen it happen, and it's not right. And again, all kidding aside, yeah, we want to sell you product too, but I don't sit here on these days doing these videos in the hopes of selling you product. My whole goal here is to try and educate, help us understand the complex world of high-end audio. If I can do that and be somebody that you can rely upon for some sort of advice, then I've done my bit. And I've got people back here who will be happy to sell you something. And fortunately, over all these years, I don't have to worry too much about that. So that's not why we do these. That said, I don't know that you can find a product like a simple speaker that's going to just solve high-end fatigue, okay? And by high-end fatigue, we mean the propensity of a speaker system, stereo system, that when you play it for a long period of time causes your head to kind of hurt. It sounds crisp and bright and clean and good right at first. And then over time, as you're listening, say an hour, you get fatigued. It actually causes you to go limp and fatigue. Well, that's usually the case when you have something that's too bright or too harsh. That assault by higher energy harmonics and sizzly bright tweeters is very fatiguing. But it can be electronics and it can be speakers. It can be both. It can be exaggerated by both. So I think the problem I see is, let's imagine you're a dealer and look, this is no secret. I'm not a big fan of B&W loudspeakers, and I don't mean to pick on B&W but they're just a big company, and I know a lot of people absolutely adore their B&Ws. I'm just not one of their fans, and it's because their tweeters are the way they're designed they're just bright to me, to my ears. I'm not a big fan. They cause me fatigue. But just swapping out, if you had B&Ws, and let's say you're a dealer and you're a B&W dealer, well, you're going to keep moving the person up the ladder because you don't really have a choice. What else are you going to do? You're trying to run a business, right? But if you get someone that'll give you good, honest advice, they'll look at your speaker, and let's say you have a pair of B&Ws, and you really like those speakers and you want to keep them. That's fine. At least pair it up with an amplifier that's going to mellow out and not exaggerate those high frequency peaks, right? So it isn't just buying a new pair of speakers. It's the synergy that you need to gain in order to tame all of that down. So you could change your speakers, and then you could have harsh and bright electronics, and that's gonna cause you fatigue, listening fatigue over time. So I think it's a holistic approach that you have to go to. We'd be happy to help. You can email me, and we can go over your budgetary things, and I can make some suggestions. You can call our people. Or maybe if you really don't feel comfortable with this dealer, find another dealer. Give us a call. We're here Monday through Friday. We're happy to chat. Our salespeople are trained to give help first, and then try and sell you something second. Okay, and that's our whole mission in life. We figure that's our subtle way of selling. If we can help you out, you may or may not buy something from us, but at least you walk away feeling good about the interaction and know we don't really have a conspiracy. So, thanks. Appreciate the question. Bye.